Hey everyone, I'm proud to say we're here with a 1K Q&A, that kind of rhymes. Thanks for all the support, it's been absolutely crazy. I don't even know how to react to it half of the time, but you're all crazily supportive and I love you all. But yeah, we're doing the Q&A. I've had these questions planned for a little while since my last Q&A, so we're going to hop right into it, not waste any time. So, first question we have here is best Saints Row 2 song. It's probably Hands Up or Gangsta Bitch. The theme songs are more iconic than the actual game songs, and I'm 17 years old, so thank you for asking those. We got a few more questions here. So, which boss is your favourite? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm just going to assume you mean between my personal bosses in each game. Probably my Saints Row 3 boss. I think he looks the coolest. Who's my favourite YouTuber or YouTubers? I love Flippy. I love Saint Godzilla. I also love the Sidemen. Big fans of those. Top 5 favourite shows. These are easy. Big Bang Theory, Money Heist, Breaking Bad, Rick and Morty, and Family Guy. I'm going to go with. Our next batch of questions are here, so we have, if there's any way you could visit in the world and stay, like, where would it be? It'd be Canada. Canada's a really nice place, and I think it has some of the nicest people. What games do you want to play on your channel other than Saints Row? I'd quite like to do some Watch Dogs, maybe some Call of Duty, but I'm going to stick with Saints Row for now. Maybe some Skyrim, but I'm sticking with Saints Row now until people want me to change. What else did they put? Let me just read real quick. If you can only play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be? Saints Row 2 or Skyrim? Why does everyone say Kenzie instead of Kinsey? I'm sorry. What do I think of Cyberpunk? I've never played it, so I can't really have an opinion. I think it was an awful launch, and I hope that Saints Row does a better launch than that. Here we have some more questions. So, first game I fell in love with was either COD 4 or Fable 2. Two games that really stuck out to me from my childhood. But also, I've got to say, Saints Row 3 was a big contender. I played that game an unbelievable amount. And even though it's not the Saints Row everyone loves, it's the Saints Row I love dearly because it got me into the series. Cringiest memory I wish I could forget about. Now, there's a few contenders for this because I'm a very cringy person. And definitely the new Flippy thing was quite cringy. I freaked out like a fanboy. But it would have to be the time my school called me a racist because I drew an NF logo, which over in the UK, apparently there's some racist group that logo is NF, when realistically it was just a rapper I like. So our next few questions are quite good. So here we have, do you want to do Watch Dogs, GTA, Far Cry on your channel? Yes, I really do, but I don't want to, like, upset anyone. So let me know if you're okay with me doing other videos. It's fine if not. I'll just keep them for my AJ Plays little series where I do other games anyway. So Dark, your question about the story for the new Saints Row be affected if it was just a continuation of Saints Row 4. There's no need. I think the story with the old characters is done, and I'm glad that they're not going to tarnish it and possibly ruin it with another game. Although it didn't end on the best note, it could definitely have ended worse, and I think if it was a continuation, it just seemed like a cash grab. And best thing they could have done is remaster Saints Row 1 and 2. I keep hearing this, and this is a really, like, I love you, but it's not a smart thing to say, because it would cost more money than it's worth. They wouldn't make a profit, and they're already a game down. They physically couldn't have done it, because their company would have just gone under. So that's something they just can't do, at least yet. And if you want a new remaster of Saints Row 1 and 2, you need to support the crap out of this new game, believe it or not. Here's our next group of questions. How big do you think the Saints Row map will be in comparison to GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2? I think it'll be the biggest Saints Row map we have, and I think it would probably rival GTA 5 size-wise. That would be like the closest thing I could see. But honestly, I don't think map size has ever been a problem for Saints Row. It's a bit map diversity, and hopefully we can get that in this game. Will I do a little playthrough of the series when it comes out? Maybe. The game, sorry, when it comes out, maybe. I'm not got any plans. And what do I think about the characters and their student loans? I think people are kind of overreacting, but at the same time, I'm pretty worried for it, so take that with what you will. Some more questions here. What's my opinion on games taking the RPG route, like Assassin's Creed? I've got no problem with it, actually. I think it could be a really good thing for Saints Row to do if they go with, like, the optional choices and stuff, but I think they need to be very careful it doesn't just turn into another generic game. And do I play any Elder Scrolls games? I play Skyrim. It's one of my favourite games of all time, so yep, that is the game I play. I'm looking forward to a new map. I've had enough of Steelport, and I'm happy to have a new map to play. What will my favourite character be in Saints Row, minus the Saints and the boss, of course, in Saints Row Self-Made? Probably the Marshall guy. He looks pretty cool. And do I think that the new Saints Row will have gambling? Probably not. It seems like a very small feature that they might not add in, but hopefully, who knows? They could have a cool casino, especially with it being set where it is. It might be a really cool setting. I've actually got a good response to the first question here. Do I think the boss should be a merciless psychopath like Saints Row 2 or a puckish road like 3 and 4? Well, I actually wish we had the choice. I wish, like, you know how in Saints Row 4 you could choose between curing cancer and saving world hunger? I wish we had the choice about whether we want to be a badass or a nice guy. That'd be really cool. And do I think that Saints Row will have a first-person view like GTA 5? I could see it happening, But honestly, I think we'd have heard of it by now. I think someone would have said something in the Saints Row community. There'd have been a leak or something. I also think it'd have been a big point to bring up in like a trailer or something. So probably not, honestly. Couple of questions here from Snowy Vlogs. Thank you for being a viewer, by the way. I see you in my comments all the time. Once everyone has got over the meltdown and actually played, do you think the new game will be good? And of course, I actually do. I think this game is going to be amazing once people just get over this hate for these new characters. And I think that it's going to be one of those overhated but underrated games. But that's just my opinion, of course. Do I think the story to Get Out of Hell was salvageable? Not really. Hard reboot is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. The characters didn't need the change. Maybe we could have had like a new story with the same characters. But honestly, I think this reboot's not the worst case scenario. Favourite TV shows? I already answered that earlier, so just go back and watch that again if you want to know that answer. The only aspects I really want to see of an RPG element in Saints Row is like the dialogue options, perhaps. Backstories would obviously have to be in the story, just as it is. But I just want multiple choices for some stuff. Like, I don't need it every 5 seconds of the game. But it'd be cool, like, to just have choices in big plot points like we did in 3 and 4. And who do I think the most likeable character is and least likeable? I like Kevin a lot for obvious reasons. I don't really like Eli too much yet. But I think Eli might grow on me, kind of like a Pierce, in other words. So, who knows? And that about does it for this Q&A. I want to thank you all for the support again. It's been unreal, and hopefully I answered everyone's questions that they left in my previous Q&A video. I might do a new Q&A for another thing coming up soon. I don't know if it'll be 2K or like 3K or something. So leave some questions down here, or I might just answer them in the comments. So I could just do that as well. So let me know what you think of this video and if you liked it, and I'll see you soon.